Yeah, what's going on, buddy? Mr. Sly back in here, aka Sly Pro Max. And I've been away for a while on a holiday. As you can see, the posts I put on YouTube. Guys, interact with my post as well. Please hit the like at least. We've been creating my first vlog, which I'm going to be dropping very soon. The microphone was not too good. The video was a bit amateurish, but like I said, my first vlog, please engage. But today, we are going to be talking about Frank Edoho, how being with the wrong woman nearly ruined his career. Now, for over 2 years, I've been on this YouTube channel right here, and I've been advocating for men, spreading the gospel of the MNMGA. It's over here, you can see it right here. Make Nigerian men great again. MNMGA, that's the merch. Because the image of Nigerian men has been seriously damaged. The image of Nigerian men has been, ridiculed, and we can see that in some kind of comments I get in my comment section from women. One telling me I'm being unreasonable for trying to advocate for men. One telling me I should not support men. One telling me that, speak for the women, Mr. Sly. Now, the thing is this, what most of these women refuse to acknowledge is the fact that will they be saying the same thing if it was their brother in this situation? Will they be saying the same thing if it was their cousin, if it was their son in this situation? Would they want some man to come out there to defend their son? I believe they will. Now, when you look on the internet, you see ladies like Saida Bodge. You see all these Brady Bunch podcasts and people and co. What are they doing? Yabo Ojo, Blessing CEO, they are all destroying the image of men one by one. So when I come out here to say, let's stand up for men, when I come out here to say the men facing the funny allegations by their ex-wife, playing serious and silly allegations on their husband or ex-husband, we should stand up against that. We should question and say, how about the man's well-being? What do I get? I get attacking comments as usual. But guess what? We are not going to stop the movement. We are here to make Nigerian men great. Again, let's jump to the video we have right here, as apparently Frank Edoho, the man from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, has been on Chude Jidonwo's show, shout out to Chude, and he has been interviewed. He spoke a lot about his life, his history, but we are going to jump to the main part that involves this channel, as we all know. He's going to be speaking about the allegations he faced. What happened when his wife came out to say that he was a wife ever. We don't say it the other way, we say the wife ever. So he's going to be addressing that today. But before we get into that, do me a favor, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Let's roll the tape. So we're going to start from somewhere around here. It's quite a long video, but we're going to jump past it.
Somebody's opinion of me.
Yeah. When your first marriage ended,
yes,
that must have triggered some depression.
Oh yes, because that was my friend, and also there were children involved. Yes. I said, how am I going to leave these children and everything? I think ours was a mismatch. That's why I chalk it up to, mismatch. I was young, and so when she got pregnant, I said, I met Basord. I said, hey, see, she's pregnant. I mean, I don't have to marry. So I had like the, cold feet. So they thought, see, it's all right. It's usual for anybody to have cold feet, to develop cold feet. So, but I still got married. It lasted 7 years. Yeah. 7 years. Then in 2010, I left. Then 3 years after that, I remarried.
Yeah. Because this thing you said, I think there was an interview she gave around that time. And she said, you were great friends. Yeah. And you shouldn't. The same thing you're saying, that she thinks that you people should have stayed as great friends. Before they say this thing, somebody has asked a question about my show of mine. I say, how? But you are supposed to be the best friends of your partner. So is that not if you were supposed to be friends, then how can the marriage not work?
Okay, there are different types of friendship. Yeah. Now, if the whole world was a genderless world, that we could marry any of our friends, would you marry all your friends?
Okay, now that you put it like that, I will murder somebody.
So you get the idea.
Fair enough.
I think that's what she probably meant.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see someone, it's my friend, you guys flow together, maybe just because you are members of the opposite sex. It doesn't mean that you should get married.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because that's a different ball game already, entirely.
So in hindsight, do you think that the advice that Basod and others gave you was wrong then?
I don't think so. You know what I learned in this life? You see, when you want to do something, when you want to go to the next level in life, I think people will say that's the best time for you to get advice from your mentors. Don't. Don't. You know why? Your destiny was designed for you alone, and only you can understand why you are going in that direction. Now, if you seek wisdom and knowledge from people who are not in the same bandwidth of that destiny path, they don't understand it.
Yeah.
So likely, they'll tell you, they'll only give you what they understand.
Yeah.
They don't understand your path.
Yes. Right.
So that's why I just say, hey, maybe I should have thought of it
a bit more.
Not
panicked.
Yes. No, actually, come on. She was my friend, very good friend and everything. I think it was love too.
Right.
But I think we didn't look at each other very well before, we delved into it, And, in the first marriage, I'm not going to come out here and say, oh, it was their fault and it was my fault too. It was my fault too, but not in the way some people were depicting, because that's one of the times I was very depressed, but I couldn't say anything. The first crisis happened in 2007.
Okay.
Then I still stayed on for 3 years. Then it got to a head in 2010 when I left. Do you know that when I left in 2010, I was still doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, by the way. I started in 2004.
Yes.
So I'd done Millionaire for 6 years.
Yes.
MTN came on board and we were just flying high. Then all of a sudden, I was in the UK. My boss calls me, says, hey, you have to come back to Lagos. I said, what's up, boss? He said, hey, the sponsor, they are hearing things about you. You have to come back. I told them that they should hear you out.
Right.
They said, you're not going to present this program anymore because of those rumors.
Yeah.
I said, okay, all right. I'm on the next flight tomorrow. He said, yeah, because they fixed the meeting for tomorrow. I said, but no availability. He said, they don't care.
Wow.
So get on that plane and make sure. I said, I'm going to touch down in the morning. The meeting was 9 o'clock in the morning, and my plane was touching down around 6 in the morning, 6:30. So I told my personal assistant then to get my car, meet me at the airport, and I drove with all my bags in the car. I drove straight to Southern Sun.
Right. Yeah.
Which is now Movenpick or
Yes,
something. So we went there, sat down, and these 3 women, 3 irate-looking women, and 2 men. The men said, "Let's hurry up," because they had fed them with stories. Let's hurry up, and this thing is, this is just a formality.
Do you see? Not even only women, even men self were like, listen, dude, we don't have anything to listen. We don't care what you have to say. We don't have to hear your point of view. You are a bad guy. And that is what she says. Who is going to stand up for this type of men? Who is going to be out here calling fire and brimstones to defend this type of men, if not Mrs. Sly?
We know one thing we are sure of, you're not doing that. So they sat down, and my boss, luckily, my boss knew everything I've been telling him. He'll tell me, calm down, calm down. Then I'll be telling him about the altercations between, I'll say, is this right? Is this? He says, see, I need you to hold it together. And I think, God bless him, I think he was instrumental to me, just keeping my mouth shut then, because we didn't understand the internet terrain and stuff. Now everybody will say, see, you did it. You were the one that... So I just also was thinking about my children too.
Yeah.
So they started talking. They said you did this. They said you did this, that you commit domestic violence and stuff. You are a wife beater. You did this, you did that, you did that. I said, okay. I just kept quiet, listening to all of them. Nothing on my face. When they finished, my boss says, okay, Frank. He looked at me. He said, Frank, that means say it. I said, all right, I'm going to start from one of the ladies. Because my voice was irritating.
Yes.
So I said, I'm going to start from when I was dating. I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you, so please, I hope you don't interrupt me, because I'm going to give you a chronological account of every. I'm going to tell you a general story, but pick the truths from there. And so I started from there. I started from and going and going and going. By the time I reached marriage, and I reached marriage, and I went away from marriage before the birth of my son, then my first daughter. Two of the ladies were crying. I wasn't looking at them. I was, because I could see the picture, so I was focused. I said, okay, so this happened. This. I said, no, it didn't happen. Like, this one happened before this one. I was giving accounts, and I told them, I have receipts. Please.
Listen, men, they go through many things. So I'm telling you something. Men, they go through many things. So the thing is, we don't have enough people saying this is what men are going through. But when you search the internet, there's loads and loads of videos telling you what women are going through. And that's fine. But how are we going to paint the picture like as if men are not experiencing something? How are we going to paint the picture like men are not also experiencing domestic VV? How? Go on.
If a story sounds incredulous to you, please ask me to provide receipts. I'll send them to you. And I go, pam, 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 pam. I said, and please, nobody divorced me. I took my suitcase, and I left the marriage. That's it. Facts. And I left the marriage, and when when I went to court, I figured out that it would be a media circus in Lagos, so I went to Otta. And everything. And the women there in the court, they were waiting for me to come. Like, we heard this. So when accounts started coming out, when things started coming out and everything, we were like this. Now, at this point, if I want to showboat, if I want to reveal things, I would. But I'm still respectful to my children. I am not saying that I'm the saint, but you see me being made out to be a beastly human being that touches women? Nah, never. So there are many misconceptions about me. Many people still hound me. They still believe me. But I believe that truth is, anybody that gets to meet me will know the truth.
Again, there was an interview that your wife gave at the time.
Yes.
And she was talking about this. Then she says, we're not friends, etc., but we had arguments. But the one thing that a man should not do is lay his hands on a woman. The context of it was that she was indicating.
That's even a small context now, because there was the thing that made those my sponsor, the delegation from my sponsor come, is that she was in a documentary claiming to be a victim of domestic violence.
Yes.
Let me tell you, for 14 years, I've not spoken to her a term of endearment to her. I haven't. As far as I'm concerned, I feel if I am that, whatever should come to me, I should be punished for it. But please, let us realize something. What if I am not like that? No. Let's just say, what if? Since everybody thinks, okay, what if I am not like that? What do you think I'm going through? What if? So,
that is my point there. People don't care what men are experiencing when they go through situations like this. When I was actively out on the internet defending the case of Emeka Ike, one of my first trending videos at just about 200 subscribers, when I was out there actively defending the case of Emeka Ike, when I was out there actively pleading the issue of what Sentobi had been through before he died, you guys didn't see me then. You guys were not seeing what I've been doing, but I've been out here actively saying men's mental health and well-being when going through crazy situations like divorces, child custody issues, and even allegations should be heavily considered before we destroy them.
The thing about me is very simple, very plain and simple. I like providing receipts. Now, if any person going through domestic violence, if you should document it. You should document it, and that person will be punished. There was an incident before I got married. I was given a thunderous slap by a female.
Okay, by another person.
By a female.
Okay. He said by a female. We know it's the woman allegedly that he's talking about, but he doesn't want to be direct. By a female.
Let me just put it that way. While driving, I saw stars. I can remember it, St. Mary's in the Aguda, near Ayetoro.
Right.
Junction. I remember a big slap because I gave them the silent treatment. And I didn't do it. I said, okay, oh yeah, you cannot be slapping me and I'm buying petrol. Please be going. Be going. Go.
So if anything, you are the one that even experienced the violence.
No, I wouldn't say that I experienced some violence.
Some violence.
I experienced some violence. I won't lie to you. I experienced some violence. But you know how I look at it is that...
All right. Thank you. That was quite a long one there. But make Nigerian men great again. MNMG guys, we are just actively here in this ministry to defend the cause and plight of Nigerian men who have no mouth, who can't say nothing when they're being slandered by the public. So when you give me your comments about why am I defending men, when you give me your comments about why am I not actively trying to speak of the other side, because nobody is speaking for men. So now I just ask you guys, all of these men, hit the like button for me first of all and comment. Do you think Frank Edoho was fair for him to go through what he experienced? And also subscribe guys to become a member of the MNMG Ministries. It is what it is. I'm out.